you, President Darlene. Now I'm going to take over the screen here. I would like to introduce myself. I'm Steve Patterson, past district governor and chairperson for Longview Pioneer Lions for induction and orientation. Today's presentation is for new members on orientation and any old members that maybe forgot, and we do have that common sharing, what went on in the orientation. I remember my orientation back in 1995, and it was 4 hours long. Fortunately, new heads have prevailed, and we've shortened that down to an hour when we meet in person. Right now we're meeting virtually, and this is being recorded. So for the new members, this is a journey that you're beginning, and we're going to show you a little bit about what Lions are all about. And I'll only do one quotation, and that is one from our Lions International founder, Melvin Jones, who said, "You can't get very far until you do something for somebody else." And that is a philosophy that I like to gear myself around. The orientation is broken into 4 sections: who Lions are, our club, district and multiple district, and LCI, or Lions Clubs International. We're much like many organizations. We have a lot of acronyms, and you kind of lose track of what's going on sometimes when these acronyms come at you from all directions. Yep. Lions are men and women dedicated to serving those in need, whether in their own community or around the world. In the induction process, we indicated there were 1.4 million members worldwide in over 200 countries. That's over 48,000 clubs. Are an organization with a vision statement to be a global leader in community and humanitarian service. Our mission statement is to empower volunteers to serve their communities, meet humanitarian needs, encourage peace, and promote international understanding through Lions Clubs. Our motto is "We Serve." Our slogan is "Liberty, Intelligence, Our Nation's Safety," and you'll see that the letters of that slogan spell Lions, Lions. Our purposes, LCI, here we go. Lions Clubs International has a list of purposes to convey why Lions Clubs exist. And we'll get into that a little later, but right now we're just going to talk about the main missions. We have a code of ethics, which will set the standard that Lions should aspire to adhere to. Our club was chartered in 1923 with 25 members, and in the first chartering membership included many people from the local business community, and including Mr. Tennant and another one, vendor. We, by ourselves, have sponsored 9 other Lions Clubs. We have received significant awards and achievements. We've produced 1 international director, many district governors, zone chairs, and have always changed presidents each year, with the exception of Mr. Jim Reineke, who had to serve out a term of a president who had some issues or either passed away. So beyond that, we change presidents every year, and I think that's a healthy thing for the club. We're able to do it, obviously, because we're a large club. We have received banner patches numerous times for membership growth and are currently the largest club in the entire Multnomah District 19. Our president is Darlene Mungeon. Our immediate past president is Leroy Purcell. We have vice presidents Tom Fulton, Rex Boswell, Lloyd Williams. Our secretary is Cindy Pickett. Our treasurer, Dolly Harvey. Membership chair is Greg Firth. We do not have a marketing communication chairperson. We have many members, and I think that's, well, between all of our members, that position pretty much gets filled. We are available through the local cable network, KLTV, and that, I think, thanks to Dwayne Smith, that he's made that happen. Our lion tamers are Marge Wixon, Rose Dickinson, Terry Woodruff. Our tail twisters are Steve Holtz, Reed Skinner, and Pat Palmer. Our LCI has listed 5 areas of concentration the lions focus on: vision, hunger, childhood cancer, diabetes, environment. To this end, we have a regional food drive we call Walk and Knock each year. Have established the Cowlitz County Sight and Hearing Foundation. We participate in Adopt a Mile Road cleanup, do vision screening at local area schools, give out 6 $2,000 scholarships to high school seniors. We participate in White Cane Days and an elementary school book giveaway program. So at this time, I want to introduce a couple of people instrumental in these things. And we'll start with Greg Firth, who is the chairperson for our Sight and Hearing Committee and on the Cowlitz County Sight and Hearing Foundation. Greg?
Thanks, Steve. I started off by saying one of the main goals with Lions is eyesight. And we're also involved with hearing on the international level too. Years ago, each of the clubs were providing eyeglasses and some hearing aids to local people that were in need. About 14 years ago, there was a glitch in our system. We kind of oversaw our miss helping a lady, and then we did catch up, and 2 clubs paid for a cataract surgery for her. Ours and the Early Bird Lions. At that time, we decided we need to do something better for our community. So we formed our Sight and Hearing Foundation here locally, which involves 6 clubs. Wahkiakum, Castle Rock, our club, Early Bird Club, Kelso, Kalama. And since we've done that, collectively, we're providing a whole lot more eyeglasses and hearing aids. And the biggest help has been from the smaller communities. Because of our size now and the monies that we gain through grants, we're able to finance a tremendous number of glasses. Last Lions year, we provided 279 pairs of eyeglasses, and if I recall, about 55 pairs of hearing aids. And those all went to people that could not afford them. And the foundation has been working very, very smoothly. Once we're able to get back and meet on a eyeball-to-eyeball situation, any club member is more than welcome to attend our meetings, find out what we do, and you can even participate in our decision. Does anybody have any questions I might answer about our foundation?
You've been able to secure some outside funds,
Yeah, through grants.
some grants, and
And
fortunately, I think we're losing the grant writer, Hope Ramsdale, but it's made that Sight and Hearing Foundation quite healthy.
we have a replacement for our Secretary Treasurer, Hope Ramsdale, and that person is a member of our club. And she's been training with Hope, and as far as the grants are concerned, the way Hope has been laid out, it's basically following in her footsteps with those individual grants. And the grants, believe it or not, amount to over $20,000 a year. And without that money, we would not be able to do what we do. Every now and then, we do get some matching funds from our large Sight and Hearing Foundation in Seattle. Whenever we do, say, a cataract surgery for an individual, and then some special operations in the past also.
Okay, Greg, thank you so much. Now I want to ask our education chairperson, Sandy Catt, to speak on behalf of the scholarships and the book giveaway program that we do. Sandy?
Thank you, Past District Governor Steve. As Steve alluded to, another way that Pioneer Lions lives out its motto of "We serve" is through the efforts of the Education Committee. And as you've heard, it happens both at the elementary school level and clear up to college, trade school, and university. Each year, in part thanks to all the volunteers who work at concession stands, and I might add the valiant efforts of those who worked the kettle corn sales this past winter, the club is able to provide scholarships to high school seniors at R.A. Long and Mark Morris, and to students at Lower Columbia College. In part due to those concession stands and also a trust that was bequeathed to the club, this year $12,000 in scholarships will be going to outstanding high school seniors and LCC students in the memory of wonderful Lions Club members named Oscar Lumiere, Don Peck, and Frank Brown. The Education Committee members work together to screen the applications to determine the recipients for these scholarships. And I might add, if folks are discouraged about the future of the world, they can participate in this committee and see the outstanding applicants that we get each year. It's truly heartening to see the caliber of young people that come through for these applications. After the scholarships are awarded, the club has a recognition event each year attended by the recipient, family members, and school staff members. So I'd like for you all to mark your calendars for May 18th. This year will be our recognition event. Obviously, it will be digital this year, but I do want to add that in addition to benefiting students, this scholarship program highly increases the visibility of Lions clubs, both with the recognition event and then with events held at the high school and at the college. It's important to note that our very own Bob and Donna Jessen came to our club because someone close to them was a scholarship recipient. So the power of this effort is multifold. Also, the education committee allows members to develop close relationships with other committee members. I think this is a good benefit for new members looking for a way to become involved. It's a somewhat smaller group, and you can develop close working relationships. In fact, some of my closest Lions friends have been developed because of committee work. Now to talk about the other end of the spectrum in the education committee, the grade school. The club undertook a program called Roar for Reading. This in part replaced the Reading is Fundamental program that some of you might be aware of. Pre-pandemic, this program provided an opportunity for students at Columbia Heights Elementary School to select a book of their own liking to keep for forever. Not check it out. This was a book that they could take and take home. They could put it on their own bookshelf, and it really empowers students to become good readers. I know many club members have volunteered at this event, and they will attest to the fact that giving out books to elementary students is a uniquely fun opportunity. That's just a couple of examples of your education committee, and I will invite any questions that you might have. You can email me, or you can ask any of the members who have had previous experience with the committee. That would include Steve and Marilyn Patterson, Donna Jessen, Kathleen and Larry Dewson, Cindy Fickett, and Rex Boswell. So if you have any questions that you wanted to direct to me or the other members who have served in the past, those would be welcome. Back to you, Steve.
Sandy, the only thing I'd like to bring up is don't forget our fantastic spaghetti feed for those scholarships. Everything Italian is great.
Thank you so much, Ken. I guess I have COVID brain. Yes, each spring, pre-pandemic, we have a soiree not to be missed, and that is Taste of Italy Spaghetti Feed, a long-time tradition for Pioneer Lions, where there's some outstanding spaghetti and the trimmings, and also baskets with bid on. So be watching for that when things lift a little bit. Thank you, Ken.
Yeah, thanks, Ken. Let's kind of describe now our elections. This process actually will begin here soon. Our officers are elected annually with the terms of office from July 1st to June 31st of the following year. The club president appoints a nominating committee in March, and the nomination committee selects candidates, and the club votes on the new officers in April. Like I said, the term begins July 1st. Okay. While service is its own reward, special accomplishments and milestones should be recognized and celebrated. The awards below are awards that all Lions can achieve. They are membership keys. They are it's an award for bringing in other members to be for Lions. There are chevrons that recognize years of service. We have a few members in our club that have 50-year chevrons plus. Quite an honor to be a chevron. To receive a chevron for 50 years.
Yeah.
It pretty much dates, it gives off your age as well.
Your shorts.
We have member sponsor recognition, and then we also have extension awards. Extension meaning if we start up another club, a branch club, a cyber club, any of that nature. the wrong way, sweetie. Okay. There's other things that we that do. Now, Ken, you brought up the spaghetti feed. That's listed here. We build wheelchair ramps for the disabled and the elderly. We have our Walk and Knock food drive. We provide eyeglasses and hearing aids for those that qualify. We pick up trash on the Adopt a Mile program. We support the Salvation Army and LCIF global humanitarian efforts. We now do an Adopt a Graduate program. We decorate Lions Island with 20,000 Christmas lights during the holiday season. And our fundraising includes a golf tournament, our chuck wagon, our beer garden, our famous spaghetti feed, and the kettle corn sales. I want to stop here and introduce Al Palmer, who will give us a synopsis of the LCIF Foundation. Okay, Al?
Thank you, PDG Steve. I hope you can all see my screen. This is the website for Lions Clubs International Foundation. This is something that everybody can go to. They just put in the letters lcif.org. It will pop up and you can see where where we can talk about it. This is what we refer to as our foundation. This foundation helps locally and around the world. If you were watching anything during 9/11, there at the base of all the work was the Lions logo on the side as we helped support humanitarian efforts there. The mission is to support the efforts of Lions clubs and partners in serving communities locally and globally. Look online, there's a number of articles you could read here about LCIF, but earlier you heard about the types of things in a summary notice. Sight First is something that we have done since Helen Keller charged us to be Knights of the Blind. Foundation and Fridays is an area where you can go in and basically see what's going on with the LCIF. But our main focus areas are vision, youth, disaster relief, humanitarian needs, diabetes, childhood cancer, the environment, and hunger. What members are asked to do is to help donate to this foundation or find sponsors who will help donate to it, to the foundation. It's real easy to donate. There's a little button right there you can click on that will take you right to a donation page. What you'll need is our club number, which is 7,800, and you'll need your member number, which you'll get.
7,900, Al.
What?
7,900.
78.
No,
No,
79.
79.
Oh, I know. Doug was trying to convince me it was 78. That's right. 7,900. What?
I still am. It's 7,900.
Yeah, that's okay. But basically, a process to go through here is club number 7,900. You're right. I'm sorry about that. Right now, we're in a major fundraising period that's going to go for another probably 14 months. It's called Campaign 100, where we're trying to raise over $300 million worldwide. The areas that we're locally, we've seen the money. This past July, we were able to get a grant for $10,000 to help with PPE equipment for the local emergency providers. Previously, in our district, we've had donations in Kalama. I think there's twice for $10,000 each for some flooding issues. Then up north in Boisfort, it was much more. I think it was around $100,000 when the big flooding happened in Lewis County. And then up in Rosemary's territory, we had, I forget the number up there, Rosemary, but it was a big number when they had the Oso slide, which was basically one of the biggest crisis since Mount St. Helens here in Western Washington.
$30,000.
How many?
$30,000.
$30,000, right. 13. And were you up there by any chance?
30,000.
Thank you. It's there's a lot of money, and I think you went up there and saw some of the sand, didn't you?
We worked many projects up there and actually have just finalized giving away monies that we received not only from LCIF but also from Lions across the country. We have restored their school to their community center and have provided it with Wi-Fi so that their students may have a place. They don't have any Wi-Fi in town. And so we provided them with a place that they could go to study. And we've done lots and lots of things, but we've gone through about $100,000, I believe, overall in the Oso community.
Yeah, it is amazing. If you hear of a tsunami anywhere in the world, we've been there. If you hear of an earthquake anywhere in the world, we've been there. I like to use the line of when people say, well, I've just joined Lions to serve my community. My follow-up question is, where does your community end? My personal family community goes far as Ethiopia, France, England, Southern Africa. I just want everybody to think where their community does end with your relatives, your friends who live in those areas, because those are the areas that you're helping when you need it the most. So, Steve, you can share your screen again now.
Okay.
Any questions? So, Terry, since Rosemary is your sponsor, she can probably give you 14 hours straight. And Roger, too.
You might mention the $38,000 grant that Central Park got for their baseball fields.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. They got that $38,000 for baseball fields. A club out in the gorge got enough money to build a community center. Typically, those grants are 50-50. In other words, the club raises half, and then Lions Clubs International Foundation comes in with the other half.
Here are some of the benefits for being a member of a Lions Club. You're part of a global community for good. We have support, tools, and resources to enhance your service. Leadership development opportunities, the satisfaction and joy in helping those in need, the networking opportunities with local and international community leaders, friendship and fellowship with service-minded people, respect and credibility of being a Lion. We meet every Tuesday at noon. When we can meet in face-to-face, it's at the Eagles on 12th Avenue, and we're currently meeting by Zoom. Our dues are $70 a year. And that does not include the district and the multiple district dues of $24.60, and international dues are $43. So we have two budgets that we operate from. The budgets in the activities budget are the committees, that raise and spend the money. The administrative budget are those committees, such as the Constitution or Bulletin, for example. We produce a weekly newsletter, have a website, a Facebook page, and a roster with all names and a rooster, huh? Okay, with all names and their contact information. And would personally like to thank Cindy Fickett for her participation in making that newsletter a weekly reality. Now let's move on quickly to the district and the vulnerable district. There's 750 districts with 35 or more clubs and at least 1,250 members in each district. Each district has a district governor. Our district governor is in our club, Doug Harvey. Multiple districts are formed by two or more districts within a territory. The Multiple District 19 has 9 districts, and we're District G. There we go, our district governor, Doug Harvey. Next year's district governor, beginning July 1, will be none other than the famous, ever so famous, Marilyn Patterson. Our second vice district governor, Debbie Manzel. And you'll see the cabinet secretary treasurer, Hope Ramsdale. District chairperson, I believe that's changing, isn't it?
It has changed.
Yeah, our chairperson for NAMI is North American Membership Initiative. Past District Governor Mark Manzel. Our global zone chairperson for Zone 1 is Ken Patero, also a member of our club. Our Council of Governor chairperson is Al Hedstrom. And we have other Global Action Team district chair people, Doug Harvey, Stephanie Odell from the Camas Club on membership, Mark Manzel is a leadership coordinator, and Brian Wolf is the district coordinator. Our district conventions are held to develop fellowship among Lions, conduct general district business, elect the district governor and other district elected officers, and to conduct seminars. Our spring conference this year is May 7th and 8th, and we are going to be mostly virtual, but there will be an in-person portion of that, and that will come out a little later. If you're needing to contact Lions Clubs International, there's the website for that. MD19 has one. Our Facebook page is under MD19 Lions, and also M19G Lions, excuse me. A history of Lions from 1917 to today. The official name of the association is the International Association of Lions Clubs, or simply Lions Clubs International. The name Lions was chosen on a secret ballot over several others because the lion stood for strength, courage, fidelity, and vital action. The Lions logo consists of a gold L on a blue field surrounded by a gold circle. On either side of the circle is a profile of a lion's head, one looking back upon a proud past, and the other looking optimistically toward the future. Our international officers currently are Dr. Chung-Yi Choi, Doug Alexander is first vice president, second vice president Brian Sheehan, third vice president is Dr. Patty Hill, who incidentally Marilyn and I have had lunch with in Canada years ago, not too many years ago, but she is a real go-getter and will be an excellent international president and media past president, and also the LCIF chairperson is the gal from Gudrun Yang the daughter. Wow. It is the governing body of International Board, and it has 34 members. Okay. Just about done. The conventions are in separate cities around the world, different each year. This year is to be Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And unfortunately for Marilyn and myself, it will be virtual. So not going to be able to travel to the wonderful city. But that's okay, because when I was district governor, we went to Hamburg, Germany, which was a thrill. The international headquarters is in Oak Brook, Illinois. I didn't realize there's 275 staff members in 11 divisions, and you can see the divisions marked here. A couple of quick facts about the Lions Clubs International Foundation. Grant funding is a large part of it. It relies mostly on donations. More than a U.S. amount of $1 billion in grants have been awarded to date. We have 50 plus years disaster relief funding. 16 million children are served by Lions Quest. 9.1 million have had cataract surgeries that we have paid for. With millions of children vaccinated against measles, we're still a part of that. And here's some other training and developments for Lions. The opportunities are virtually endless. That the concentration for all Lions activities is in these 5 areas: diabetes, vision, hunger, environment, and childhood cancer. Recruiting new members is always a difficult task, but we look to families, to students, to LEOs. There's an International Induction Day. That's interesting. And there's Leo clubs, and out of Leo clubs come Lions. There are also club branches. In addition, there's traditional style Lions clubs like we are. There's campus clubs. There's Leo Lioness clubs and specialty clubs like cyber clubs. There's a magazine that each of the members receive whenever they join Lions. And yeah, I think we're about to wrap up here. Okay, here we go. Any questions? I would like to personally thank Greg and Sandy and Hal and Dwayne for sharing doing the video for this. Yeah, let's do a stop share. Okay, questions? That means we must have done overkill or put you to sleep. Darlene, I'll turn it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Steve. Very informative.
Very good. So now the new members, if you're on today, you have your orientation done and you did induction 2 weeks ago. And so all you have left is to do a board meeting and then work a shift at concessions or something. Dwayne.
Hello, fellow Lions. I have been in communication with Lion Jerry McCormick, who's currently down in Arizona, and he had some important information to pass on. And he, as many of us are, has been faced with the situation of RMD, required minimum distribution of IRAs or 401k, and he found out that you can make a donation directly. You can have your whoever's holding the money for you write checks directly out to Lions Club International Foundation, which he did for $1,000, and he also had him write out to a couple other groups like Salvation Army. Anyway, when you do it that way, and you end up doing your taxes, you don't have to pay income tax on that donation, which I wasn't aware of that in the past. So he did that with Lions Club International Foundation. So hopefully he'll be one of our new Melvin Jones fellows if the paperwork was done all appropriately. And I've done it 3 times. And I was unaware of the donation thing with the IRS. So I just paid it out of my own money, but it's always nice to reduce your tax bill as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, the first time members can get one of these nifty plaques and a nice pin. And it's nice that you're able to do something for fellow humanity.
All right. Thank you.